And that's 12 points for Aldridge.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Took him no time at all on that one. 41 points for the Prodigy.
Now he's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
Now, here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. No good.
Now he's missing a lot of shots out here. Offensively, he just has not been able to produce in this quarter. Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Outside for Batum. Offline with his three.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Aldridge. And Batum kicks to Kaman. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Aldridge. Wright comes in for Nicholas Batum. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Lillard. And stolen by Love. Jordan inside. He's guarded by Aflalo. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Off his leg, and the refs whistling a kick ball. Robin Lopez is checked in for Chris Kaman.
Robin Lopez.
Wright with a screen on Thompson. And Aflalo wide open, he shoots. Portland again missing.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
They've done a pretty nice job of taking care of the ball here tonight, but they've got to continue to do so to maintain this lead.
And taken away by Ellis. The drive by Jordan, and Leonard with the block. They get it back. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the night here. That free throw good from Thompson. Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting hand, Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man's work ethic and what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
They set the pick. Blake kicks to Wright. Can they get it? No good.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
Friday, November 8th, John Wall and the Washington Wizards go on the road to battle the Indiana Pacers. A battle in the East. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Joel Freeland. Steve Blake is out there with a float. Then it's Jarrell Wright, and it's Leonard in at the 5 spot. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
C.J. McCollum.
Cavaliers on D. Leonard attacking. And Jones over to help. Freeland dishes to McCollum. Follow the pass to Freeland, and that one's good.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And here's Miller outside. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, Clark. You got to take the shooter's airspace away from them.
McCollum kicks to right. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Miller with a wide open look. And another three for Cleveland.
Wow, this fourth quarter has just been tremendous for them from deep.
Yeah, they're locked in and putting up a ton of points from outside.
Now here's McCollum, guarded by Kobe. The shot will not go.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. They get a hand on it, out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. G's checked in.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17. In for your Trailblazers.
Thompson comes with the double team.
Well, you know, as teams become more and more focused on getting good looks in close at the rim, the value of great defensive big men inside just continues to rise. I mean, it's tough to be a contender without a rim protector.
And with the new camera systems, it's easier to measure defense, going beyond block shots to look at which, for instance, big men diminish shooting percentages in their area.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, names like Dwight Howard, Roy Hibbert, Serge Ibaka. But interesting that that reputation has value defensively when players hesitate to go inside.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
And that one falls for Aaron Aflalo.
You know, one thing you like about Aaron Aflalo, he's an outstanding post-up player for a guard. At 6'5", he's got a real knack for scoring with his back to the bucket.
And for Aflalo, Steve, right around the top 5 in efficiency in the post in the entire NBA last season.
Yeah, and his sweet spot really extends on the court, not just from the post, but all the way to the corners. In fact, he loves to work the baseline, Kevin.
Here's McCollum. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
Cleveland's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. The shot's good from Bryant.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Prodigy, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
The Prodigy.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And the call will go against the Prodigy.
Analytics has become a huge part of the NBA, and one element of that jumps out at me is basically the cameras that track every movement of every player and can provide info on when exactly a player gets tired to how much of their time on the floor they are actually running instead of standing around.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And back to the camera system you were talking about, some teams using it more than others, but they are starting to find and use all sorts of data, Steve, from those cameras.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear how different teams are using that technology. Some teams use it to check on the club's spacing. They'll see how many times a guy is dribbling the ball compared to the season before. That's what the Celtics did with Rondo. It's really interesting. It's a tremendous amount of data to process, but the trick is, you know, making it work, making it mean something.
And that one's good.
You got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
The prodigy, that's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Bryant's got 3 assists tonight.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And the call will go against the prodigy. C.J. McCollum taken 10th last season out of Lehigh, and much like Damian Lillard, Clark, a 4-year guard from a mid-major school.
Yeah, and I like him a lot. Watched him his junior year up close, and you know, both of those guys were big-time scorers at the collegiate level. Similar in size and also attitude, very confident but understated. And they both have terrific three-point laser shot.
And I know with one of your boys playing mid-major college basketball, you've got a great appreciation for what the talent level is at that level.
Exactly, and how guys can develop over the course of a 4-year career. That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
And McCollum dealing with a foot issue over the last couple of years. Broke a bone in his foot during his senior year at Lehigh. And again in his rookie season, missing the first 2 months. So hopefully that's a thing of the past.
Count that one.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
1:43 left in the 4th. And G has it in the corner. Good on the 3-point shot. G's got 4 points in the quarter.
And McCollum, a polished scorer from his 4 years at Lehigh, averaged over 20 points a game for his career. He has the opportunity, I think, to really solidify the guard rotation in Portland as a combo guard who can play either the 1 or the 2.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for Cleveland.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the 3-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
Well, one thing about this win, it assures that they will not lose the season series. They only meet once more, of course, as interconference opponents.
And Steve, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has a bit of an edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it once more.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the prodigy. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
McCollum with the ball. G dishes to McCollum. The kick out to Wright. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so here's Cleveland. Miller outside. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and the call will go against the prodigy. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw. That free throw, no good. Joel Freeland, he's checked in for Portland. And the second free throw, good. .23 seconds left in the 4th. And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. Here's the prodigy. The tray on the money.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here, really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations on a wonderful performance. Can you tell us what goes on in your mind when you get in this kind of a rhythm like we saw in this basketball game?
It's a zone you get into, and you know, it's kind of unexplainable, you know, and you try to go out there and you feel like it's nothing that you can't do. You know, and hopefully the momentum just continue to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did, and not only did it open up for me, opened up for the rest of us too.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our